Hey people, it is Thursday, May the 30th. It is 11 p.m. and 14 degrees Celsius. I'm on Dundas Street West and I'm heading east. We're just east of Little Portugal in the Trinity Bellwoods area, as this part of Dundas Street is now known as, unbeknownst to me until just recently. I'm going to make my way, I think, over to Kensington Market. We'll take a walk through Kensington Market between Dundas up to College. And we'll see how things are looking on this mild Thursday night as we make our way from the West End into downtown. This is a part of Dundas Street I am rarely ever on late at night.
Is your main problem how much power you get or how much left and right?
I was in the Parkdale neighborhood earlier, checking out a play. A friend of mine was performing in a play. And it was excellent. And being such a nice night, I thought, why not walk home and record some videos on the way back. I already recorded one. So this is my second video as I journey eastward. Fourth Man in the Fire Pizza. Is this still open? Doesn't seem to be. Although they are making something in there, maybe. They're still delivering. Maybe in-house dining is closed, but deliveries are still open. I'm just guessing. That pizza is pretty highly rated. I haven't tried it yet, though. I'm open to trying any pizza, really. Even the worst pizza is all right to me in certain conditions and certain times. There are a number of places that are still open for business along here, though. Lots of bars and restaurants in the area. Dirty laundry. And it's an actual laundromat. Isn't this a sign of witchcraft? Strange things are afoot on Dundas Street West, and we haven't even seen a Circle K yet. Here's the Hard Luck Bar. I've been here before to see a metal show. Dundas Shawarma. and one of these zombie phone booths here. Most of them are in this sort of state nowadays. You occasionally come across a rare working one. And here is Bathurst Street, so we'll cross into downtown. The Bathurst streetcar. And you can make out the CN Tower through all the streetcar wires. It's a very Toronto shot there. Now, this stretch of Dundas is not the prettiest or most interesting until we get to the Kensington Market area. Mostly passes by the Alexandra Park neighborhood, which is a housing project which is undergoing redevelopment. And also Toronto Western Hospital on this side. I think the saving grace of this stretch are all these shipping container takeout restaurants on the other side of the street. Of course, most of those are closed now, probably all of them. There's a nice variety of different food options. Maybe one of them is open at the very end. Yeah, that seems to be the only one open for business. Around the bend. You see some of the new buildings rising as part of the redevelopment of the housing project. And this is a very good place here. I'm not a vegan, but I am a vegetarian, and they have lots of awesome stuff on the menu. another one here that I've been to. Also very good. Denison Avenue, that will take you into Alexandra Park. This side of the street is more associated with Kensington Market. And if you don't believe me, even this auto shop says Kensington Automotive. This has been closed down for a while now, the Treetop African Cafe. This place is still open for business though, African Drums and Arts Crafts. And we're coming to Augusta Street, so this is where I'll head north through the heart of Kensington. If you keep heading east on Dundas, you'll go through Chinatown. And you know you're coming into Kensington when you see these globes. All the entrances into the neighborhood.
Dads are all best friends. They all
Handlebar.
yeah. That's cool. No, absolutely. Have you?
I find Kensington's a totally different vibe at night compared to in the day. In the day it's often thronged with people and tourists and feels very inviting and fun. At night it has a bit of a slightly foreboding nature to it. Especially late at night, past 11 p.m. Maybe it's all the businesses that have steel gates that are in place after business hours. You don't see that in other parts of the city, really. Not everyone has them, but quite a few do. A lot of these places are still open, obviously. Like this sort of thing where the gates completely cover the storefront and they're often covered with graffiti. And I'll just keep on walking past the Muzak coming from whatever was beside Gus Taco. And there's Baldwin Street. And more gated businesses here. Lots of awesome graffiti to look at, though. Very photogenic area, though, whether it's night or day. And here's the plant car. It's the landmark of the neighborhood. It changes over the years. Eventually the car gets replaced, but it always ends up being pretty cool, no matter what they end up doing. And I almost walked backwards into that pole there. Let's just put a pole in the middle of the sidewalk.
1, 2, 3, Army Zone. 1, 2, 3, Army Zone.
Got the CN Tower and the plant car. Hello.
What the fuck is that, dude?
It's a little camera.
Pretty fancy, dude.
Yeah, it's nice, huh? Yeah.
That's actually really like, whoa, dude. It's like better quality than my brain, man. That like works better than my brain, dude.
It's a good camera.
Works better than my brain, bro.
Well, I'm not going to argue. Whatever you say, my man. Wanda's Pie in the Sky. I can hear him singing to himself walking along. What's with this traffic situation here? A number of police cars here. No idea what's going down. A crowd of onlookers though. Looks like they're talking down somebody there who's in the vehicle. Not sure what the situation is. Like I said, sometimes Kensington at night is a bit sketchy. And we're at college. It's sort of an unwritten rule in Toronto that anywhere there's a Sam's food store, there's bound to be some sketchy activity nearby. And it mostly seems to be true based on the locations that I'm aware of in the city. The most infamous one is right at the corner of Dundas and Sherbourne. And that store has been the location of many a incident, let's just put it that way. Little Island Comics, and the Beguiling right next door, another comic store. And some other Toronto police activity. Looks like they're looking for somebody. I wonder if it's related to what was going on back there. They went inside the Medicine Wheel weed store. We're at Spadina and College. Just looking into Chinatown, heading south. And U of T is off in that direction. Actually, we'll be walking past a big chunk of U of T as we head east along this part of College. And the newly opened Taco Bell. I wonder if it's still open. Seems to be. What are their hours? Until midnight. Open every night until midnight. Now this section of the street is mostly all University of Toronto properties. There is this awesome Toronto Public Library branch though also. I did a video inside there, or I tried to do a video inside there, and I got a little bit of footage until I was informed I wasn't allowed to record inside unless I filled out a long form which instructed me that recording inside was only permitted as long as I did not get any patrons of the library in any of my shots, which when the library was full of people was pretty much impossible. So obviously I did not continue with that video. I just got what little footage I could and then ended it. .506 Carlton heading to High Park. I think this streetcar line runs 24 hours.
Fake dogs.
Beverly Street, a nice CN Tower view. Maybe I'll take us as far as Yonge Street. There's a 24-hour Shoppers Drug Mart on the corner of Yonge and College, or Yonge and Carlton, really. I think that'll be my destination. This fat bastard open. burrito shops often keep late hours. Doesn't look like this one does, though. If it were a Burrito Boys, it would still be open. And you don't see too many second cups left in the city. They were sort of our Starbucks here in Canada before Starbucks came to Canada. Looking up into U of T. It's funny, they have a security car blocking the entranceway there. That'll lead straight up to the encampment that's currently underway. Oh, this is handy. Lets you know how long you have to wait for the next streetcar. And another awesome CN Tower view looking south down McCall Street. And here's the Stewart Building, one of my favorite old buildings in this part of downtown. It was designed by E.J. Lennox, who also designed the much more famous Casa Loma. And it does have a slightly castle-like feel to it. All right, so we're coming out of the University of Toronto section of the street. It extends just another block or two. University Avenue and Queen's Park subway station. And the Ontario Legislative Assembly, generally just referred to as Queen's Park. Look down University. This is a new addition to the street. It's also a U of T building. I think it looks fantastic. They had to demolish an old historic building though, as part of that project. It wasn't the most architecturally significant old building, but it did have a presence that is missed. Here's the former Toronto General Hospital, now part of the Mars complex. And this old building, which also has a presence, even though it's not the most architecturally significant, but it is rather large and hard not to take note of. It's also slated to be demolished to make way for the second phase of this project, which will be another building much like this, only a taller version. And I'm a bit sad that this building will be coming down, as nice as the new one is. Just these large old brick buildings of this scale. It seems to me that they should be preserved as much as necessary, as much as possible. I'm not sure when that project is slated to begin though. Coming up to Bay and College. Here's the College Park complex. And Fran's restaurant open for business. I think they're open all night. At Yonge College, and there's the Shoppers Drug Mart over on that corner. So I'm going to start to wrap up the walk. So let me know if you enjoyed. We made our way from Dundas West, a bit west of Bathurst, and made our way east along Dundas to Augusta, where I took a walk north through Kensington Market, and we had a few interesting sights to see and one interesting encounter. And we continued on along College here to Yonge College / Carlton as it continues on east of Yonge. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about these late night walks. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under K Continuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.